Morning, students. Welcome back in your SS class. Student, we have started chapter number 2 of history, that is nationalism in India, and this would be the fourth part of this chapter. So, before this chapter, we have studied about that different people have different meaning related to Swaraj. We have been discussing this thing, and even we have discussed about in the town also that what does Swaraj means in towns. If we think about towns, in towns, middle class people they participated in this you can say in this meeting in this movement, and these middle class people, because they are you can say businessmen and different professional persons, that's why they wanted that their industry must be boosted up. Means government do such kind of activities and such kind of rules so that their business and their activities can be boosted. So that's why they interpret Swaraj in their own meaning. Right now, dear student, here today we will discuss about countryside. We will discuss about countryside. Means countryside here means villages. Means today we will discuss about the villagers, how they saw Swaraj according to themselves. Means how villagers interpret Swaraj in their own words. Right, students? In villages, we will discuss only. We will focus on two parts. The first one is the peasants and the second one is the tribal people. Means villages में हम क्या करेंगे, इन दो पार्ट के ऊपर डिस्कस करेंगे. The first one would be the peasants and the second one would be the tribal people. So let's discuss about what peasants, according to peasants, what Swaraj means, and tribal people how they interpret it. We will discuss now it. First of all, let's focus on the peasants. So dear student, peasant participated in non-cooperation movement, and here Swaraj means according to them that this movement was against talukdar and you can say landlords. And if we think about this talukdar and landlords, they demanded high rents and they asked to do begar. Begar, it means work without any job, without any wages. This is begar. So peasant always face this problem. You can say that peasant always face these two problems from the talukdar and landlords. So that's why they participated in non-cooperation movement. And according to this, according to non-cooperation, according to peasants, if they are participating in non-cooperation movement, it means they were against talukdar and landlords. It means they would get right. Their rent would be, you can say, decreased, and begar, it would be abolished according to them. So that's why they demanded some things. So let's discuss about the demands of the peasants. If we think about the demands of the peasants, the first demand of the peasants, according to them, it must be the revenue must be reduced. Second one, begar, it means be abolished. And these landlords who are, you can say, exploited them, so they must be socially boycotted. So these are the demands of the peasants. So dear student, here I want to tell you one thing, that peasants, they participated in non-cooperation movement, but here peasants, the aim of the peasants here, you can say that the meaning of Swaraj here, and you can say Swaraj is interpreted here in a very different manner, because they were participating in this movement. According to them, this movement was against talukdar and landlords. So that's why they participated in it. इसीलिए उन्होंने इसके अंदर पार्टिसिपेट किया, अदरवाइज इसका और कोई रीजन नहीं था. राइट? मींस यहां पर उनकी जो डिमांड थी, रेवेन्यू मस्ट बी रिड्यूस्ड, बेगार मस्ट बी अबोलिश्ड, एंड जो ऑप्रेसिव लैंडलॉर्ड्स हैं, दे मस्ट बी बायकॉटेड, सोशली बायकॉटेड. दिस you can say this was these were the basic demands of the peasants. And according to them, Swaraj here means that they were against the talukdar and landlords, and their rent, it must be reduced, and begar, it must be abolished. According to peasants, it is Swaraj, right? Now that's why they protest against it. So according to under this situation, services like washermen and barbers, they were not provided to landlords. Means barber and the washermen, they refuse to provide them services, right? Even sometimes whenever the landlords जब उनको डांटते थे, तो सिचुएशन में क्या हुआ, the houses of the talukdar and merchants, they were attacked, उनके ऊपर अटैक किया गया, and even bazaars were also looted. Means situation क्या हो गई? Situation became worse, situation became violent. You can say that, right, students? So to protect pigeons, in October 1920, Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Ramchandra they formed the Oath Kisan Sabha, and it was set up so that these pigeons can be, you can say, can be protected from these talukdar and you can say these merchants, right, friends? So in this way, here we come to know about that people in the pigeon you can say that in the tribe people in the rural area, they participated in non-cooperation movement, but the meaning of the Swaraj is different from the meaning of the Swaraj of Mahatma Gandhi. Because Mahatma Gandhi wants that India must be liberated, India must be independent. Here, Swaraj means this thing. But according to, if you think about, according to the pigeons, they participated in NCM, means non-cooperation movement, and they want that this movement was against the talukdar and you can say merchant also, who always demanded high rents and you can say who always demanded the begar. So that's why this movement was against these person. They did not want that Swaraj would come. It means independence would come. They just only want that begar must be abolished and even the revenue must be reduced. So that's why they participated in it. Right, students? Now these were the pigeons. Now let's think about the tribal people. So we'll discuss here the tribal people of the Gudam Hills in Andhra Pradesh. We will take the case study of this thing. Now, my dear student, as you well aware about it, tribal people, they depend for their livelihood for the, you can say, forest. That's friends. But when British came in India, they shut up some forest act. And according to Forest Act, some forest, in some forest, the entry of the tribal people, it was closed. जब ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट इंडिया में आई तो उन्होंने देखा कि सम फॉरेस्ट दे आर मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल थिंग्स बिकॉज दे प्रोवाइड वैल्यूएबल टिम्बर टू देम, सो दैट्स व्हाई दे स्टार्टेड टू फॉर्म सम ट्राइबल एक्ट. इसलिए उन्होंने क्या किया, कुछ ट्राइबल एक्ट बनाए, राइट, कुछ फॉरेस्ट एक्ट बनाए. एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दीज फॉरेस्ट एक्ट द फॉरेस्ट वर क्लासिफाइड इनटू डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज एंड इन द यू कैन से रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट the people of the tribal people, they were not allowed to enter in them. So due to this act, the life of the tribal people, it is affected in a very bad manner. Why it is affected? Reason was that, only reason was that because my dear student, the tribal people, they were totally dependent on you can say that these forests for their livelihood. So if they were not able to enter in these forests, and how can they earn their livelihood? They always thought that their right was taken away. It was their traditional right, and according to this act, their right was taken away. And they always faced many problems due to this act, because they have to graze their animals, they have to collect for fuel wood, and now they were not able to enter in these areas. So then, how can they graze their animals and how can they collect these fuel woods also, right? And there is one also problem that these tribal people, they were also forced to do begar, to build road and buildings. So whenever roads and buildings were, you can say, built, at that time they were forced to do begar. So this situation became more worse. So that's why the tribal people, they were participated in non-cooperation movement. Now, dear student, question arises here, that how they participated in it. So let's think about it. So in 1920, they started guerrilla movement, and it was started under the leadership of Alluri Sitaram Raju. 1920 के अंदर जो guerrilla movement थी, it was started Alluri Sitaram Raju, and this was started by the you can say tribal people. Now, according to Alluri Sitaram Raju, now this figure is most important person. This figure is most important person because there are many questions related to this person comes in board exams. So let's discuss about it. Who is Alluri Sitaram Raju? Now, tribal people, they started guerrilla movement in 1920, and it was started under the leadership of Alluri Sitaram Raju. If we think about Alluri Sitaram Raju, he claimed that he had special power to make astrological prediction, and even if he was shot by bullets, he would survive even after it. मींस उसने सिंपल सा एक क्लेम किया कि उसके अंदर कुछ स्पेशल पावर है सो दैट ही कैन मेक एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल प्रेडिक्शंस. अगर उसको गोली मार दी जाएगी तो ही वुड सर्वाइव इवन आफ्टर इट. ये वो क्लेम क्या करता था. And even I want to tell you one thing here also, that he was greatly inspired Mahatma Gandhi. He was greatly inspired Mahatma Gandhi, and he always told people to wear khadi and to give up drinking. इस प्रकार की बातें हमेशा वो क्या करता था. But my dear student, there is one difference between Mahatma Gandhi and him, that Mahatma Gandhi always preferred non-violent thing, but Alluri Sitaram Raju thought that India could be liberated only by force, only by violent activities, not by non-violence. Right? Mahatma Gandhi क्या कहते थे? Non-violent. But he wanted that force must be there. If we want to, India must be liberated. So this was the basic difference between them. Now, here I want to tell you one thing again, that Alluri Sitaram Raju, he led the movement of the, you can say, of the tribal people. And these tribal people, they started guerrilla movement in 1922, in 1920, and in this way they participated, you can say that, in and non-cooperation movement. Now, what is guerrilla movement? Now, in guerrilla movement, the rebels, they attacked police station. The rebels थे, वो क्या करते थे? They attacked on the police station. Even this, sometimes they attempted to kill Britishers also. अब ये जंगलों में छिप जाते थे. जब कभी भी कोई उनको लगता था कि कोई ब्रिटिशर्स आ रहा है, वो उसको ऊपर अटैक करते, उसे मार देते. सिंपल सा तरीका था. सीधा डायरेक्टली वो पुलिस स्टेशन के ऊपर क्या करते थे? अटैक क्या करते थे और उस पूरे पुलिस स्टेशन को खत्म कर दिया करते थे. तो दिस वाज द गुरिल्ला मूवमेंट. But in 1924, Alluri Sitaram Raju, he was captured. He was captured, and he was hanged to. You can say that he was hanged to till death. Means उसे क्या कर देगा? फांसी की सजा दे दी गई. But he became a folk hero. आज भी आंध्र प्रदेश की गुडम हिल्स के अंदर इस बात को माना जाता है. आज भी आंध्र प्रदेश की गुडम हिल्स जो है उसके अंदर अगर मैं बात करता हूँ, इनकी बातें मानी जाती है, इनकी बातों के बारे में बताया जाता है. So my dear student, we have discussed here that the countryside area, right? We have discussed here the countryside area. In the countryside area, we have discussed about peasants and tribal people. Peasants participated in it, and tribal people also participated in it. According to peasants, the Swaraj meaning it is different, and according to them, it means that they were participating against talukdar and you can say merchants who were exploited them. It means that who always demanded high rents and who always demanded, you can say that begar, always wanted this thing. So that's why if you think about it, so they always they participated against talukdar, and they always they participated against this merchant also. Now the Swaraj meaning they interpret Swaraj here. It means that the revenue must be abolished, and the second thing, begar, it must also abolished. So this was the meaning of their, you can say that according to this was the meaning of their NCM, yeah, Swaraj. And if we think about tribal people, they participated in it because Forest Act was prepared, was made by the Britishers. That's why the entry was banned of these tribal people in some forest area. So they faced always some problems. That's why they started guerrilla movement, because they wanted that. If they participating in it, it means that they would get their traditional right back. Okay, and in this moment, Alluri Sitaram Raju, he helped them a lot, but he was in 1924 he was killed by Britishers. But after killing him, he became the folk hero in Andhra Pradesh. Right, students? Now turn towards the plantation workers. Let's discuss about the plantation workers, what according to them Swaraj here. Now, my dear student, in 1859, Inland Immigration Act was passed, and according to this act, workers who were working in these plantation area, they were not allowed to leave tea garden without any permission. And this type of permission, it was given in a very rare manner. Means the plantation people who work in the, you can say the plantation workers who work in the plantation area. So there was an act, that is Inland Immigration Act of 1859, And according to this right, according to this act, workers who were working here, they were not allowed to leave tea gardens without any permission. But if we think about these permissions were given in a very rare manner. Even कभी दी ही नहीं जाती थी, सिचुएशन ये होती थी. So when the workers heard this NCM, means non-cooperation movement, so they interpret their own way स्वराज. उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने स्वराज को अपने तरीके से इंटरप्रेट किया. According to them, it means that Gandhi Raj would come and everyone would be given land in their own village, and they have permission, they have, you can say, they were permitted to move to leave the plantation area and to move their villages. So whenever they heard about NCM, it means non-cooperation movement, so they left the plantation stage and they headed towards their home. अब प्लांटेशन वर्कर के अकॉर्डिंग क्या था, जो ये इमिग्रेशन एक्ट 1859 ने उनके ऊपर जो ये प्रॉब्लम डाली है, उनके ऊपर जो ये आप कह सकते बंदिश डाली है, रिस्ट्रिक्शन डाली है, इट इज अबोलिश्ड नाउ. Now they can move to their home also, and Gandhi Raj was coming, so that's why everyone would be given land in their own village, and they could earn their livelihood from those particular areas. So according to them, this is the Swaraj. This was the Swaraj, you can say that. Okay, but dear student, they could not reach to their home, and even whenever they were at railway station, they were beaten by police, and again they came back to the plantation areas. Right? So this was the Swaraj meaning according to the plantation worker. So dear student, here I want to tell you one thing, that according to Mahatma Gandhi, Swaraj means that different. Swaraj is different, but according to these people, Swaraj is different. I have already told you that. According to Mahatma Gandhi, Swaraj means we must be liberated. India must be, you can say, independent. This is, you can say, that Swaraj. But question arises here that these people whosoever is participated in it, they have their own different meaning according to Swaraj. They have different meaning according to Swaraj, and we have already discussed what according to them what is Swaraj. Right, students? Now let's come to the another topic, and it would be the most important topic, that withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement. और हमेशा ये बोर्ड में क्वेश्चन भी आता है कि why Mahatma Gandhi withdrew the non-cooperation movement. So my dear student, there was a place of Chora Chori in Uttar Pradesh in 1922. There was a clash between farmers and, you can say, police. There was a peaceful demonstration in Bazaar, and it became violent. It became violent, and the policemen, they attacked on the peaceful demonstration. And due to this incident, you can say, near about some farmers, they were, you can say, they were injured, and some farmers, they were killed. So due to this thing, the farmers, they attacked on the police station, and they attack on the police station, और police station में आग लगा देते हैं. And due to this incident, there were 22 policemen who were killed in this incident. Now, dear student, this non-cooperation movement, it became now in a violent manner. अभी violent बन चुकी थी. And Mahatma Gandhi, he was always against violence. Whenever he heard about this situation, that's why he called off this movement. So this movement, it was called off due to the non-violent activity of Chora Chori. It is in Uttar Pradesh in 1922. Right, students? And here Gandhiji thought that people need to be properly trained before any mass struggle. Here Mahatma Gandhi thought that people need to be properly trained before any mass struggle. So if he wanted to start any mass struggle, first of all, he wanted to train in a very proper manner to the people. Right? So he wanted this thing. Right? So let's start some other facts related to the non-cooperation movement. So my dear student, according to the Swaraj, different people have different meaning. So within Congress, there are different views. Within Congress, there are different views related to this mass struggle. Some leaders in Congress, they wanted that mass struggle must be there, but there were some leaders in Congress, they were tired of this mass struggle. They did not want any type of mass struggle. वो नहीं चाहते किसी प्रकार का ऐसा मास स्ट्रगल होना चाहिए. They wanted to participate in election so that they could oppose British policies and argue for the reforms within the council. So that's why they wanted to participate in election. So that's why there is again clashes and you can say conflict within Congress. And when Mahatma Gandhi decided that non-cooperation was withdrawn, so C.R. Das, Chitranjan Das, and Motilal Nehru, they formed Swaraj Party on 1st January 1923. And the basic reason was that because Mahatma Gandhi withdrew the non-cooperation movement. So that's why this movement was this party was formed, and they wanted that Swaraj would come. They wanted that Swaraj would come, and it would become whether by any force. It doesn't matter. Even Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose, they argued for the mass struggle to liberate India also. So in this way, we can say that when non-cooperation movement was withdrawn, after then within Congress there was conflict among the people, among the leaders, you can say that. Right, students? So baki jo hissa hai, we will discuss it in the next video. Right, friends? I hope this concept is clear to all of you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.